For this year's session, we have a bunch of presentations, sessions, and discussions regarding how we can improve our local communities, as well as improving the collaborations between the OpenStreetMap Foundation as well as other communities. So, as you may know, this Congress is organized by the local chapters and communities working group, which is a working group of the OpenStreetMap Foundation. So we'll be giving a short update in a little while about what the working group has been doing in the past year or so. And to kick things off, hopefully let's do a quick few reminders. So I've posted in the chat a link to the hackpad. So that's hackmd.io. So if you can open that, we can use that as a collaborative pad for recording attendance and collecting notes. Hopefully we can all collaborate and take record notes for this session so that we can share what we've learned with other people who are not able to attend this Congress. And again, if you are just joining us now, welcome again, and we'll be starting our sessions shortly. Okay, so I'll kick things off by doing a short presentation of what the working group, the local chapters and communities working group, has been doing. And hopefully, I haven't tested this, but hopefully I can share my screen. Okay, sorry about that. I need to reopen my Zoom in order to share my screen. So I'll hop back in again.
So in the meantime, if there is someone who can't write their name in the pad that we shared, feel free to send it in the chat so we can edit afterwards in this chat here in Zoom while we wait for Eugene.
Okay, sorry about that. I'm back and I'll try to share my screen again. Yay. Okay, so, okay, please holler if you can't see my screen. Am I sharing the correct screen?
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, so that's good. Okay, so welcome everyone. So as I've said, I'll be giving a short presentation about what the local chapters and communities working group is and what we've been up to in the past year or so. So to give a brief context is one of the great paradoxes of OpenStreetMap is that we are a global project and yet we are also local. That is, we cannot hope to map the whole world if we don't engage with our local communities, with local people, and contributing our local knowledge. And that's one of the great problems about OpenStreetMap. We collaborate with each other globally, and yet we need to be local and to engage with people in our communities as well. And so basically, the idea is that um, while the OpenStreetMap Foundation is an organization founded in the United Kingdom, and is focused on the global community, we do need to engage with local communities, local chapters, in order to promote and further the mission and vision of OpenStreetMap into the whole world. And so that's the idea of the Local Chapters and Committees Congress. We are a working group made up of volunteers that are coming from various places all over the world in order to help the foundation engage with local chapters and communities. So we started back in September 2019, and this started after some of us started meeting and having what we call local chapters congresses in some state of the maps conferences in past years. And after, I think it was back in 2017 and 2018, a bunch of us decided to create a new working group, or rather to restart the local chapters working group. And we were able to get recognized by the OpenStreetMap Foundation Board in 2019. And so here we are. So basically, one of the three things that the working group is working on is, one, building local community cohesion. So we aim to explore and develop ideas for the OpenStreetMap Foundation to support the growth of local chapters and local communities. So to that end, we try to support and promote local chapters and communities. So some of the things that we've done to that end include creating a new communities page on the OpenStreetMap website. So if you go to the website, you can see a communities link on the top bar. And if you click that, you get a page listing the local chapters of the OpenStreetMap Foundation. So we see this as an incentive for local communities to become a local chapter of the foundation so that they get promoted on the OpenStreetMap website itself. Other groups, for example, user groups, thematic groups, are also listed elsewhere, for example, in the OSM Community Index. But of course, we like to promote and to encourage communities to become local chapters. So here we have the local chapters listed in the communities page in the OpenStreetMap website. Big shout out to Adam Hoyle of OpenStreetMap UK for shepherding this task. Unfortunately, because of the very of the volunteer nature of maintaining the OpenStreetMap website, it took Adam more than a year to create this page and have it approved before it got merged into the website.
It's worth saying, sorry to interrupt because I know it's your presentation. It's worth saying it took a long time because it uses the community index data. If we'd have just written a page and had to maintain it like that, it would have been much quicker, but not as good. And there's a session that I'm going to do later where we can talk about this page. Sorry to interrupt. Thank you for letting me interrupt.
Yeah, thanks, Adam, for giving an explanation. So next, we also have the OSM Welcome tool. So you can visit this at welcome.osm.be. Thanks to Jonathan from OpenStreetMap Belgium for leading this project and hosting this tool. So what this tool is, it's a tool for identifying new mappers who are mapping in your local regions or communities. And you're given a list of these mappers, and you can click on these mappers and send them a customized or a customized welcome message, introducing them to OpenStreetMap, sharing them links to your local communities and things like that. So this is basically a collaborative tool so that local mappers can use to welcome new mappers and without having to overlap each other in welcoming the new mappers. Also, one of our upcoming tasks in the working group is to improve our documentation for local chapters and communities. One of the target pages that we've identified is the user group wiki page on the OpenStreetMap wiki. So currently this is somewhat a bit outdated, and hopefully we'll work together in the working group to improve this and make this more up to date so that mappers who are looking to organize their local communities or find their local mappers or build up their local chapters can find the documentation that they need in order to help organize and grow their local communities. Another project that the working group is hoping to start is the microgrants program. So if you recall, the OpenStreetMap Foundation did a round of microgrants back in 2020, and we hope to restart this microgrants again this year. So the board fortunately approved a small budget for the working group in order for us to do this microgrants again, hopefully with improvements and ideas that we've taken based on the feedback from the last round of the microgrants committee. So the second thing that the working group is doing is facilitating a global exchange of ideas. So we aim to provide local chapters and local communities with venues and channels to exchange ideas and share best practices. So one of the things that we do is organize events like this ongoing local chapters and communities congress. So in past years, we had a mini congress at State of the Map 2022 in Florence, Italy. So we had a Birds of a Feather session and invited local chapters and communities to share their ideas and projects and events that they did in order to grow their local communities. Later that year in 2022, November, we also held the third local chapters and communities virtual congress. So this is now the fourth time that we're hosting and organizing this congress, and hopefully this will be something that we'll be doing year on and year out, and also in person during State of the Map. During State of the Map, hopefully we can see you later in State of the Map in Africa. So the third thing that the working group is doing is improving the OSMF affiliation scheme. So we aim to review the role of local chapters within the foundation and make recommendations as to how the affiliation scheme can be further improved. I won't be discussing this further because we'll be having a really big session about this later during this Congress to be hosted by Arnali. So that's it for now. So hopefully I've given you a taste of what we in the working group have been doing and what we really like to achieve. So I'm using this opportunity now to invite you to join the local chapters and communities working group. So if you're interested, just send us an email at local@osmfoundation.org if you want to be involved. And yeah, again, you don't have to join the LCCWG. You can join any other working group in the OpenStreetMap Foundation. We do need volunteers in the foundation because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But if you're interested in what we're doing here in the local chapters and communities working group, just send us an email. And thank you. Enjoy the rest of the Congress.